Namaskar and welcome again to Planet to Soul Astrology. So, friends, hope you all are doing wonderful. And yes, today we are going to talk about functional benefic planet or malefic planet in our chart. Many people have confusions regarding this, and in my comments also, I have read that many people ask that this planet is my functional benefic planet, but it is happening to be my 10th lord also, or this is my functional malefic planet, or it is malefic planet, but still it is happening to be my 7th lord or 10th lord or ascendant lord. So, how the fruits will be? So basically, everyone knows that every ascendant has its own chart, like Aries ascendant rising, like all 12 signs ascendant are rising, and as per ascendant, the functional benefic planets are derived. Okay, so functional benefic planets means what? That in that particular house, whatever signs are coming, those sign lords are happening to be functional benefic planet because they are happening to be positive houses or positive signs placed in positive houses. Even though it is Saturn sign or Mangal sign, but still it is posited in fifth house or ninth house or Kendra and Trikon, that is quadrant, as well as fifth house also, or ninth house and 10th house also. So this type of planets are said to be functional benefic planet. I have made whole series on Yoga Karaka planet, which is functional benefic planet from Aries to Pisces. I really ask you all that please go through that all the videos. You will definitely learn a lot from that because I have explained in detail each ascendant along with functional benefit. Now, how these functional benefic planets work in your chart? I'll give you simple example about all the ascendants in short. Now, if you say Aries ascendant, so whoever is the ascendant lord, that by default becomes benefic. Why that by default it becomes benefic? Because it is happening to be lord of Dharma Trikon as well as Kendra Trikon. Like it is first house also of Trine 159, and it is also one of the house of quadrant, that is 14710. Now this is by default, but you cannot call it as a functional benefic planet. That is by default good planet for you or good house for you. So who is functional benefic planet? If any signs are posited in fourth as well as fifth house or ninth as well as uh, 10th house, or we can say in other words, we can say that if any signs are holding Kendra as well as Trikon, like say for Aquarius people, so Tula Rashi, that is Venus sign, is falling in ninth house, that is one sign is going in ninth house, and another sign is coming in fourth house, that is Taurus. So one sign is in Kendra, one sign is in Trikon. So we say that first class functional benefic planet for Aquarius people will be Venus. Why? Because these Venus signs are located in Lakshmi and Vishnu Sthana. The middle houses are called as Vishnu Sthana, and trine houses are called as Lakshmi Trikon. That is why this Venus, in spite of posited in Trikabhavas like 6, 8, or 12, or third house, still this Venus, whenever Dasha Antardasha will come, is bound to give better fruit. So we were talking about Aries people. So you see that fifth house is holding Leo sign. So definitely Surya doesn't have another sign. So it becomes first class functional benefit. Another sign is like Sagittarius, so that is Jupiter. But second sign of Jupiter is going in 12th house. So that is not becoming first class functional benefit. This may give losses as well as benefits also. Whenever dasha antardasha of this functional benefit planet comes in your life, that time you have to observe that first of all which house lord this planet is, whether it is functional benefit, but it is also lord of 12th house also, and it is also lord of 9th house also. Then how I am expecting that all the good fruits will come in spite of having this as a functional benefit planet, because losses also you will experience in the same manner. And Surya Dasha, because it is a first class, so Surya is definitely going to give you fantastic fruits, no matter Surya wherever is posited in your chart, even if it is in debilitation, but still it will hold its value at least in a better way than other planets, right? So same way in Taurus also you can see that 10 and 11 number sign, they are falling in ninth and 10th house. So Saturn is becoming functional benefic planet for Taurus people, because Saturn signs are holding position in middle houses as well as trine houses also. So whenever Saturn dasha antardasha will come, even though your Saturn is posited in trika houses, even though in sadesati also, as compared to other ascendants, if you are Taurus ascendant, then the sufferings or the karmic cycle or the, what we say, whatever we are going to experience, that will be very very different. It will be soothing and it will be tolerable. The Saturn will try to refresh you, regenerate you, and the Saturn will uh, try to bring you out from all the sorrows and grief, and it will show you your true nature, it will show you your true life whenever dasha antardasha sadesati. Same way for Mithuna people also, Venus is becoming functional benefic planet, but the another sign of Venus is going in 12th house of chart. So definitely we can say that losses also and gains also. But these people are born with past life karma, too many past life karmas. So whenever Venus dasha, antardasha, or Venus transit also comes, so definitely they are going to experience good fruits in their life. So which is the another functional benefit planet for these people. So that is happening to the Saturn, because Saturn sign is falling in ninth house of chart. But again, another Saturn sign is falling in eighth house of chart. So we cannot say that Saturn dasha, antardasha, or sadesati will be fantastic for these people. When I'm talking fantastic, that doesn't mean that it is going to be worst. Then in these cases, when it is holding houses, the signs are holding position in 8th house or 12th house also, as well as in ninth house or 5th house also. In these cases, you have to see that where the actual planet is lying, that where the actual Rashi Lord is lying, where that Saturn is going in a chart, whether it is aspected by benefic planet or malefic planet, or it is situated with malefic or benefic planet. For Cancer people also same thing. Mars is becoming a functional benefic planet, because one sign of Mars Aries is coming in 10th house and another is coming in 5th house of chart. But when you see that Mars is becoming debilitated for Cancer, right? See, so beautifully our sages have derived the conclusion, but still in profession, in getting the maximum fruits out of your karmic baggage, this is going to give you fantastic fruits. And the another planet you will say Jupiter, but the another sign of Jupiter is going in sixth house. So again, you have to see where the Jupiter is posited. Same way in Leo people also, Jupiter is coming in fifth house, and another Mars is going in ninth house of chart, right? So Mars is again becoming a functional benefit planet for these people. So same way you have to see where the planet is going, where the Jupiter is going, because another Jupiter sign is not falling in good houses, or not falling in benefic or Vishnu or uh, Lakshmi sthanas. Same way for Virgo people also, Venus is becoming functional benefit planet, because in dual signs what happens that it is very difficult to decide that what will be your functional benefit planet, because many a times we see that even Venus dasha is not going very good, because Venus itself is debilitated in Virgo sign. In these cases we have to see the position of Venus, nakshatra lord of Venus. Then in divisional chart also, if you actually wants to derive anything, particular position or particular dasha, how this dasha will go for me, or how this antardasha will go for me, this way you have to derive the conclusion. For Tula Rashi also you can say that 10 number and 11, that is Saturn signs, are going in middle houses, that is Kendra house, and Trikona house also, that is Saturn. So definitely it is the first class functional benefit planet. So as compared to other ascendant, Saturn is going to give you better fruits. I will not say fantastic, because in your chart maybe Saturn is going in debilitation, right? Maybe Saturn is going in seventh house of your chart. It is in debilitated position in spite of having functional benefit. So maybe you have a late marriage or lack of marital bliss, but at least marriage will happen. Or in other terms, you will be having other benefits in your life as compared to other ascendants. Then you have to see when my Saturn dasha is coming, when antardasha is coming, when Mars dasha is also coming, because Saturn is going in debilitation sign of Mars. Then you have to see the Mars position also, because it is again second lord in your chart. Tula people. Same way in Scorpio people, you will see that Jupiter is coming. Jupiter sign is going to be in fifth house of your chart, and Cancer sign is going to be in your ninth house of your chart. So Saturn and Mangal, it is like Mars and Chandra. These both are like something, they are making Lakshmi Yoga also. Or Jupiter and Mars are also making Lakshmi Yoga. Jupiter and Moon is also making good yogas. But how they are posited in your chart, that has to be seen. Whether that dasha is going to come. If you are a Scorpio person and Jupiter is posited in fifth house of your chart in exaltation, but definitely here Karko Bhav Nashaya, here it definitely works. I have seen in hundred of charts. At least it will deteriorate one or two signification of that particular house. Either they will be not having proper education, or progeny issues, or relationship issues, or you can say marital bliss issues. Maybe they are losing in share market, broking, trading. That you cannot judge. That experience will judge. Through your Mahadasha, you have to judge that whether this Jupiter is really benefit for me or not. Then Moon is the alone sign. That is again in Scorpio, you see that Moon is becoming debilitated. Then here you have to see that where my Moon is posited, whether it is Shukla Paksha Moon or Krishna Paksha Moon. And accordingly, you have to decide what is the strength of Moon and how this Dasha. So Sagittarius also same, it is a dual sign. Then again Mars you have to see, again Surya you have to see in a case. So Surya and Mars are becoming functional benefit planet. But whenever it's Dasha come, then in Capricorn also, Taurus sign comes in fifth house of chart. So Venus become functional benefit planet. Same with Mercury, because Mercury sign is going in ninth house of chart. But another sign of Mercury is going in sixth house of chart. So definitely this way you have to decide that where my Rashi lords are going in a chart, if they are holding position 6th or 12th, as I said before. Then again in Aquarius, I already gave one example of that. Then in Pisces sign also, it's a dual sign. Then again, Cancer sign, that is Moon becomes your functional benefit planet. Then again, Mars becomes your functional benefit planet. But another sign of Mars is going in Marakshana, that is in second house of chart. So here again you have to see where is my fifth lord Moon is going, whether it is benefit for me or no. Then only that dasha, mahadasha or antardasha or transit, or if Sadesati at all, will give you, say for example, if Saturn is passing through your functional benefit planet, then definitely you will experience such fruits comparatively in your chart. So this was the basic idea about how this functional benefit planet and remaining houses apart from functional benefit houses, they are average houses to give fruits as compared to functional benefit planet. But if those other planets are in exaltation and are in very good strength, then they will definitely give you much, much better fruit than functional benefit. If you are not getting proper dasha only for functional benefit planet, then definitely this other planet dasha will work very, very uh, gracious to you. You know, it will definitely give you boon of growth and harmony. So this is the basic idea. I always wanted to convey this to all of you. So I hope that I have tried uh, in a better way to convey it to you. Let me know if anything more you want to know through your comments. I will take that topic, and stay tuned with my Planet to Soul Astrology channel. Do not forget to subscribe, share, and like my channel. And for any type of consultations, including Mahadasha reading or Sadisati reading, present transit reading, and all other readings, please visit my website planet2soul.com. Namaste, Sabka Mangal Ho. May all be blessed.